Hi, welcome to this, by your request session. By your request, so the principle of it is you can ask to have, say, some words or some connection about a certain lesson of A Course in Miracles, or something that you read in the urtext manuscripts or in the blue book of A Course in Miracles. It really does not matter. So what I do with that is the same as what I do now, and that is I'm going to have our relationship be the basis of, say, where two or more are gathered. I'm actually going to let something come to us that is given us in this moment. And that works. That's great. That's an incredible opportunity for communication. So Jesus is present here in that, and you can feel the energy. So that is lovely. It's like, yeah, open yourself up for that. Like, oh yes, here it is. That is so lovely. So that is what we're using. That's what we're representing in this moment. Receiving together the gift that is given. So now this morning, I got an email from John, and he asked me, it's like, what are your thoughts on lesson 38 of A Course in Miracles? There's nothing my holiness cannot do. So this is really what a request can look like. So what happens is I'm taking this lesson, putting it right in front of me, doing my exercise, like centering myself in myself, the body matter meditation that I did this morning, which was great. I loved that. And see, not because I made it or that I put it into on YouTube or whatever. No, just by using it, I come into relationship with everything that is and realize that that is the communication that's occurring. So same here, coming back to lesson 38. Coming back to lesson 38. There's nothing my holiness cannot do. So I'll start with reading the review lesson, a little part, that's just like the summary of the lesson, but the essentials, which is totally amazing and mind-blowing if you read it. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. My holiness is unlimited in its power to heal, because it is unlimited in its power to save. What is there to be saved from except illusions? And what are all illusions except false ideas about myself? My holiness undoes them all by asserting the truth about me. In the presence of my holiness, which I share with God Himself, all idols vanish. Can you imagine? Wow. There's nothing my holiness cannot do. Okay, so coming back to lesson 38. See, this is the thing with, if you say request for something, it is going to be a gift for everyone involved. You watching this, who knows how this translates into, a gift to all. It is like remembering this communication, this information that's going to be given to us. Even in the first paragraph that I will read, like, you will not have any questions about the help that is available for you. And also your responsibility for that. You see that you're not a victim anymore. No, look at what's happening here. You will never be a victim anymore. So the greatest question then is, are you ready to give up your victimship, so to speak? That is really what this lesson is about. The direct question to you is, are you willing to stop being a victim of your situation, of your relationship, of your financial situation, of your physical situation, of your neighbor situation, of your world situation? Can you give up the idea of being a victim? That's really what this is about. See, and that is the incredible gift that is given even through one of these lessons. Like, there's never just a lesson in the Urtext or in the book that we use, the Course in Miracles. There's never just a lesson. No, it comes from totality. It's coming literally from out of time, information helping us to wake up out of the confinement that we find ourselves in and have been in long enough. Like, no need to be there anymore. So here's your opportunity to discover your escape out of the bondage of space and time, out of the bondage of the laws of man, out of the bondage of your medical laws, out of the bondage of, you name whatever laws we made up to limit ourselves. So that's why I'm so happy that John asked me this question, so that this can, say, just be given to us. You can receive this. See, it just comes with the responsibility of you making the decision to stop being a victim of your situation. You stop being a victim of everything that you used to limit yourself. Basically, this is just your invitation to a whole new freedom. And I'll read now the first paragraph. It's really lovely. So in the Urtext, it is on page 305, lesson 38, but in the blue book, I don't know which version you have, just pick up lesson 38 and you'll find it. Your holiness, here you go, your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. I told you, it's amazing. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it establishes you as a son of God. And whether you say son of God, daughter of God, it's fine. You are a son of God, at one with the mind of his creator. Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. Through your holiness, the power of God is made available. And there is nothing the power of God cannot do. See how packed this first paragraph is? Totally amazing. So I'll read a couple of lines one more time. It is beyond every... Say, first of all, your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance. Like, where are you? Where are you in this moment? No, this is beyond all of that. This is beyond location. This is beyond, say, distance. This is beyond separation, really. Limits of any kind. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it establishes you as a son of God, at one with the mind of his creator. Your mind is one, like you're one with the mind of God. You're an effect of God. We say that the other day. It's like you're an effect of God. You're at one with the mind of his creator. Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. Through your holiness, the power of God is made available. So you're looking for the power of God in your situation, you're looking for that? Well, here it is. Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. And there is nothing the power of God cannot do. So what does that mean in practice then? What does that mean in practice? Like in your day-to-day, what does that mean in your day-to-day life? Well, the second paragraph will reveal that to us. It's so amazing. Here we are. And you know this, but there seems to be like as if it has nothing to do with you. See, and it has nothing to do with you. If you see yourself as a victim, then you completely miss out on this whole thing for yourself. That is the only decision that you have to make in this. Am I going to see myself as a victim, or am I, say, literally resurrecting out of my death episode as the victim of the world and come into the light that I am? This is your invitation. So, practical applications of today is your holiness then can remove all pain and end all sorrow and can solve all problems. You know that the other day, problem solved, Yeah, the problem can be solved. If you know what it is, you can let it be solved, because you see there is no problem if God's power is like complete, it's nothing that it cannot do. So to say with a double negative, it's like there's nothing that it cannot do. So that's why it can also solve the problem that you perceive. Say, in reality, there is no problem, because it was already solved by the fact that you are completely connected with all the power in the universe. So here we go. It can do so in connection with yourself and with anyone else. It is equal in its power to help anyone, because it is equal in its power to save anyone. If you are holy, so is everything God created. You are holy because all things He created are holy. And all things He created are holy because you are. See, and this is good to realize, no matter where you are, like everything that God created is holy. So I'm an extension of the love of God. I'm an extension of His creation. I'm literally the effect of that. So is everything else that is created. So that everything else is whatever you will discover today as being created also. At least say your brother, the ones that are around you. Everything that carries a spark of light, so to speak, is created by God. So it's not just in connection with anything. No, it's connection with yourself and anyone else. It is equal in its power to help anyone, because it's equal in its power to save anyone. If you are holy, so is everything God created. So then we go to the exercise. So we might as well just do them, since we're doing, say, lesson 38. In today's exercises, we will apply the power of your holiness to all problems. Oh, wait a minute. I can literally apply this to all the things that are confronting me during this day, today. Like I might as well use it today then. In today's exercises, we will apply the power of your holiness to all problems, difficulties, suffering, in any form you happen to think of in yourself or someone else. We will make no distinctions between someone else or you, because there are no distinctions. See, that's so great, because it's not limited to anyone or anything. Like, well, yeah, that's another step. So you have to include your brother in, or the things that are confronting you via your brother, because you're not a victim of your relationship with your brother at all. You will discover. So in the here's the practice. In the 4 longer practice periods today, each preferably last a full 5 minutes. So you're going to spend 5 times 4, say 20 minutes today to do this lesson. You repeat the idea for today, close your eyes, and then search your mind for any sense of loss or unhappiness of any kind as you see it. So is there anything of loss that you're experiencing, or unhappiness of any kind? Like, did you bump up against some say disappointments, or did you feel that you lose something or someone? Well, then you should really do this. Try to make as little distinction as possible between a situation that is difficult for you and one that is difficult for someone else. Identify the situation specifically and also name the person concerned. Wow, we're actually going to mention a name? Wow, that's really great. I identify the situation specifically, so as also the name of the person concerned. Use this form in applying the idea for today. In the situation involving, say, the pain that somebody shared with me just a moment ago in an email, like, please pray for me because I'm in so much pain, I cannot believe it. So in the situation involving so-and-so being so much in pain in which I see myself, there's nothing that my holiness cannot do. In the situation involving my friend, in which he sees himself being in so much pain, there is nothing my holiness cannot do. So you go through all these, say, difficulties, pains and aches and you name it, experiences of loss. From time to time, you may want to vary this procedure and add some relevant thoughts of your own. You might like, for example, to include thoughts such as, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do because the power of God lies in it. And we got to that a moment ago. It's like, no, the power of God is included in my holiness. Introduce whatever variations appeal to you, but keep the exercises focused on the theme, there's nothing your holiness can do. The purpose of today's exercise is to begin to instill in you a sense, here you are, a sense that you have dominion over all things because of what you are. You have dominion over all things because of what you are. Wow. See, that's what I mean with the end of your victimship, so to speak. There's like, no, there's no situation that you don't have dominion over. And it doesn't look that way maybe right now, but connecting with your holiness and saying bye-bye to your victimship, so to speak, gives you the opportunity to start to see this, that you actually see, oh my God, there's no exception to it. That's pretty amazing. It is given to me. It is working. I just have to open my eyes to see it at work. So that opening my eyes, I literally need to say, wipe out my eyes so that I start to see this with my spiritual eye. I start to see this, that there's no need for me to be a victim anymore. That I really can totally rely on my holiness. See, and my holiness is not like one of the characteristics of me in the sense of that it's only for me. No, in all of this, it is always in relationship. Like that's the same as why it's so great to be in touch with you, sharing this, being able to receive this gift for ourselves by sharing it, by giving it away. Then it just comes down, like it literally is being received that way. So it's like you cannot do that, say, alone. No, it is, say, truth is an shared experience. It is literally shared with your brother, with your sister. however you want to name that. It is really like that. So that's so beautiful about this. The purpose of today's exercises, I'll repeat once more, is to begin to instill in you a sense that you have dominion over all things because of what you are. See, that's not that you have to discuss that. It is not that we have to, say, analyze that. No, this is the reality about you. You know, this is the reality about you. And that is what is the amazing part. So that's really great. Today, in the frequent shorter applications, apply the idea in its original form unless a specific problem concerns you or someone else arises or comes to mind. In that event, use the more specific form of application. For instance, in this situation involving this and this, in which I see myself, there's nothing that my holiness cannot do. See how great it is to get in touch with your holiness, because it's the truth of who you are. And it's for you. Like, you might as well start using that. You might as well accepting that for yourself. And that is the beauty of the gift that we're sharing today. Let that come to you. You know, and that's why that is so great. So that's by your request. In fact, in this series that I'm starting today, like by your request, it is literally you give a gift by your request. Something that we can share together. And it's coming up in you. It's like, I really need to know more about this. What are your thoughts on this? Or what is happening when we pull this in as a shared experience in the relationship that we have? Like in this time, in this place where you actually don't have any idea of distance anymore, because I'm literally sitting in the room next door to you. It really doesn't matter where I'm located in order for me to extend this to you. Like, no, that has nothing to do with it. So you actually see this exemplified even in this moment. So don't be shy. Don't be shy to put out a request, to having, if you have a question about the Course in Miracles, if you have a question about a certain issue, if you have a question about a certain lesson, or you don't understand anything about this and this, don't be shy to ask for help, you know, to put out a request. And you can put that, say, in the comments below. Just ask for what you need, and I can respond to that in relationship with you, with everyone that is involved in this and that is related to this. Like, there's no exception to that either. So your question can never be stupid or anything. No, it has nothing to do with that. Your request is say, literally a gift to me. So, and a gift to your brothers and sisters. So I love that. So thank you so much for listening and participating in this and being a whole part of this. And decide today to give up your victimship and start to, say, open your eyes to receive the vision of holiness that is given you on a moment-by-moment basis, and see how the power of God is revealing itself. Isn't it great that we can do that? It's pretty amazing, isn't it? So cool. So thank you so much for participating, and I hope to see you very soon. So write down a comment, write down what your request is. It cannot be wild enough in that sense. So I have to be careful what I say. No, actually, no, not at all. I don't have to protect myself. This is beautiful. Thank you so much. See you soon.